Our son is an example in many ways of the opioid epidemic as it grew and swelled among this whole country.
Ethan was an extremely gifted musician, but he just had a natural gift for music, singing.
He'd walk around the house after getting out of the shower, you teenage boys with his boxers on and singing his heart out as he walked around the house, and just would make me laugh.
I was a police officer for 30 years, detective, and Robin was and still is a psychotherapist. And despite our best efforts, we couldn't protect him.
His senior year of high school, he became very significantly depressed. He fell into somewhat a habit of self-medicating, and we became aware of that, got some help and treatment for him, and he went away to college. We thought it was going to be okay. He kept trying, and he always was engaged in therapy at one point or another, and he called us and said, "You have to meet me at my therapist's office for an emergency session," and we said, okay. We left work, and he said, "I don't have any money," and we said, okay, I couldn't pay for my oil change this morning. Okay, what's the emergency here? I spent all my money I've saved this summer for college because I'm using heroin. And I'm like, what, heroin? He had spent $1,200 on heroin in 3 weeks. It was just shocking. He was home for Christmas in 2016, came from La Crosse, stayed with us for 4 days. It was really a great visit, and Tuesday morning, he went, his plan was to drive back to La Crosse. It was the 4th day he's here, and the short story is he stole a $20 bill out of his dad's wallet and left a little early at around 1:30 rather than mid-afternoon, and said he was meeting a friend for coffee, which was a lie. He met a dealer. He should have been back by a certain time, like before 6, and he always would call us when he got home. My husband reached out to La Crosse PD, and they pinged his phone. And they said, he's just 15 minutes from you. And this was then like at 11:30 at night. We're like, what? He lives in La Crosse. Well, he's 15 minutes from you, and they gave us the address. And
I think it was my years in the job that the minute we showed up and I saw the look on the faces of those cops and the firefighters, I knew he had already passed away.
He always kept trying. People with opioid addiction, it typically takes 4 to 6 treatment attempts before it might stick. So he tried over and over again. Of course, treatment, you need money for that. There needs to be enough treatment available. You need to have enough aftercare places available, and by that I mean sober living houses, because after you go through treatment, you need to be in somewhat of a cocoon in which you are out of treatment, but you are living in a place where you are surrounded by others who are trying to do the same thing.
So one of the things that the fund does is provide scholarship money for people to stay on campus and be part of a sober living house, and that opportunity wouldn't exist for many people.
Insurance doesn't pay for sober living. They might have burned some bridges with their family or friends that have literally nowhere to go. So that can mean life or death between somebody getting out of treatment and making it or not.
I think that one of the things that you're trying to get across to people is, you may not think it now, but this could be you. We didn't think that was going to be us, and it can happen to anyone. And hopefully, if the funds can help someone get to the point where they start to lead a healthy and substance-free life, I know we would want that, and I know Ethan would want that also.